Tell 10, the weekly segment that renews your faith in the news media and, well, renews my contract if you keep bringing the heat. And you did. Well done. Here's this week's Tell 10.
Oh, I'm just so angry with that guy.
Someone is about to get a public flogging in the village square known as Tell 10. But first,
videotaping gun sales? Hell no. We need less government, not more.
A bill in the legislature would require gun stores to videotape the sale every time someone buys a firearm.
If they don't have anything to hide, they shouldn't worry. Every building you go in, they got cameras taking pictures of you.
Gangsters don't pay for them. They steal them. A videotape's just going to let them know who the honest people are that bought the damn guns.
And another caller pointed out, you already need to show ID when you buy a gun. The San Francisco School District plans to make condoms available to middle school students. Reaction on social media mostly supported the idea, but Tell 10 was a different take.
These kids are still underage. I don't think the schools have any right to just hand them out. I think it should be done only with parent consent.
But that won't happen. Parents would not be notified if their child is given condoms. Water is being released from Folsom Dam while we're still in a drought. Tell 10 callers think we're going to miss that water this summer.
They're going to let the water out of the lake, the snow's going to melt, and they're going to let that water out, and we're going to have an empty friggin' lake again. Who's ever running that stuff needs to be fired. We do not have enough snow on the top of that hill to fill Folsom Dam.
There's no way we would be able to store all of the water that's sitting in the snowpack on the mountain right now. It's way more than the reservoir capacity, even if it was empty.
Now to the story that made that first caller so angry. A teenager threw a big party in an empty home that was for sale.
The 16-year-old party planner announced the gathering on social media.
Damage to the home, almost $2,000, but the homeowner does not want to prosecute.
That guy is out of his mind, not pressing charges, and the parents should be held responsible for all the money that they caused damage to it.
It's still possible that the teenager will be charged or have to pay for the damage. And finally, and I have not done this before, I needed to call Tell 10.
Because John Larimore, our chief photographer who edits Tell 10, seems to think he's leaving ABC 10. Show him some love, Newsies!
You ain't going nowhere, John. We're going to handcuff you.
Sorry, John. Can't let you go. Time to lock the door and throw away the key on this edition of Tell 10. Just slide it under the door when you're done.
We're not letting him go. John, he's just the greatest guy in the world. I mean, the best to work with, and for almost the 3 years that we've been doing this, he's edited most of the Tell 10 segments, and a lot of that, as you know, it's under deadline pressure. I mean, but does such a wonderful job.
He's a wonderful guy. If you've been watching ABC 10 for many years, he's been here for 18 of them, so many of the stories you've seen over the years have been shot by him. I've had the pleasure of going to the border and doing stories with him. We went to Atlanta to the CDC and covered some stuff, so yeah, he's fantastic, and we will miss him.
Yeah. And he's just been a great teacher too, and mentor for other photographers and editors that have come on board. And he's been a real leader in the newsroom, and we'll miss him.
Right.
And the door is still locked. You're not leaving, John. All right, we want to hear your thoughts on anything you see on ABC. And finally, and I have not done this before, I needed to call Tell 10.
Because John Larimore, our chief photographer who edits Tell 10, seems to think he's leaving ABC 10. Show him some love, Newsies!
You ain't going nowhere, John. We're going to handcuff you.
Sorry, John. Can't let you go. Time to lock the door and throw away the key on this edition of Tell 10. Just slide it under the door when you're done.
So we're having a goodbye party for John tomorrow night, and now after watching that segment, it strikes me we could have just had it in an abandoned house for sale and probably saved some money.
We probably could.
A couple of cases, we're good to go.
We are going to miss him so much, though. He's a wonderful photographer, and you really do. You develop these relationships because you travel together and you do stories together. And yeah, he's fantastic.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Well, and if you saw his office there, we'll miss the red vines as well. So,
oh yes.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget, let us know anything if you